her expertise. Those pictures that were drawn by children, it's just heartbreaking as a parent, as a human being. I mean, when you look at those pictures, what do you see? What is your interpretation?
Well, as a child psychiatrist, I have a very strong understanding of child trauma, and images like this, not only are they very disturbing, it also bodes to what these children may be dealing with in the future if they are to get out of these situations. The effects of trauma can last throughout a lifetime. It makes children at higher risk for medical illnesses, mental health issues, symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, which include nightmares and flashbacks and re-experiencing symptoms. So they are in a very precarious and dangerous position being subjected to this kind of trauma. And it can have long-lasting effects.
Yeah, you know, the other thing too, you know, I've just spent the last few weeks down on the Guatemalan-Mexican border and the US-Mexican border and seeing what a lot of these people go through to get to the US. A lot of these kids, they have gone through a tough time even to get to this horrible place, through multiple countries, sometimes travelling through jungles and crossing over rivers and the hassles that come along the way. And then they end up here. What sort of treatment can there be for them that they're obviously not getting at the moment?
Right. Look, we all know that children need love. They need family. They need support. They need healthy and hygienic conditions, and they also need medical attention. So if this is being deprived, these children are at more risk for all of these above conditions that I'd already mentioned. They are going to need therapy. They're going to need medical attention. They're going to need authority figures to show them what a safe environment looks like and feels like. And we have to, over time, allow these children to recover from the traumas that they've experienced.
In these cells, this is what really struck me and has stuck with me, is there are 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds who are in these cells who've been separated from their guardians, from their caregivers, and you have strangers, teenagers, 12, 13-year-olds who are taking care of these children that they're not even related to. And we're talking about toddlers here. Can you talk about the trauma of that, of little children being without their parents or their caregivers? And
the trauma of the older ones having to look after the little ones.
Exactly.
Yes, as we've seen with slavery, and it's been well documented in social science research, the trickle-down effect from separating families, it lasts for generations. There's generations of trauma to come when a child is being taken away from their family. So these children are going to experience not only the trauma from being separated from their parents and many of them having to serve adult positions and parenting roles, the trauma from that, and then the trauma from just everything that they've been through and what is to come.
Yeah, and you've got to wonder, you know, how they will parent when they grow up, the sort of damage being done, as you say. You know, it's interesting because, you know, paediatricians and others have volunteered to work with migrants. Is it frustrating for you that a lot of those offers are not being taken up? There are doctors who want to go in who say that they won't let us. There's people who want to make donations that won't be accepted, and so on. For a medical professional, how frustrating being on the outside looking in and seeing this going on in the richest country on earth?
Right. It's incredibly frustrating. I have tried several times to get involved and treat these children and at least see them and at least document what's happening, but we are not given access. And that is incredibly, incredibly frustrating because many of us have practices. We're already seeing patients, and on our own time we want to do this, we should be allowed to do so. And we are the experts who understand what these children are going through, and we can help them, and we are willing to do it at no cost at all, but we're not being allowed to do that. So it's incredibly problematic, and it's very frustrating to be a physician who may be able to offer their services to help.
I bet, yeah. You can help, and that help is not being allowed right now. Just a persistent, horrible situation. Dr. Anandhi Narasimhan, appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Now let's